Hey, Kyle here. Special little video. I got a... Where is it? It's right here. I picked up a combat squad today. Picked up the combat squad today to fill in my second tactical squad. I took one of these tactical, or not tactical, but combat squad units. And I have scratch/conversion built. I'm gonna try to get this. No, I don't think it needs to be propped up. A scratch/conversion Space Marine Chapter Master. Let's see if I can prop this up a little bit. Here's one of the spare bases. It came with more bases than you needed. Kind of nice. This is my custom Space Marine Chapter Master. He's going to be going alongside my captain. My captain hasn't been fully painted yet. I sort of held off on painting him because, well, today I had a Warhammer game. I'll explain that in a second. Actually, I'll explain my first Warhammer game in the next video. But this is my scratch built / conversion Space Marine Chapter Master. He's actually fairly variant wise. He's very basic. He's only about 100 something points, but he's a pretty good start. I can always replace the arms. You notice he's very bulky, and there is a reason for that. There's that piece of there's like that piece of cloth. Is it gonna focus? There we go. That piece of cloth that you usually would put on a weapon. I put it on as a sort of cloth because I noticed that even though actually no, it doesn't show it. But I was hoping it would come with another another loincloth piece like my sergeant here. I think that's only with the tactical squad. But I just took that piece of cloth from the Battle Force and I just put that on there as a front. And he has a badge emblem of purity on there. I took the Iron Halo, which is technically an Iron Halo, off of my Space Marine Terminator Sergeant. Apparently, I looked at the Codex. It has no need for an Iron Halo. It does not actually give him an invulnerable save, so he's already got one for 5+ for being in Terminator armor. I still haven't painted this guy up yet. So I just lopped it off and I put it on top of the backpack. So he has the invulnerable save, just in case. I have a power sword. It's got a crappy paint job, I know. I'm going to sand it down a little bit and put a new paint job on it. This was on my assault squad before I had to modify it. As in another video. In a previous video of my assault squad fuck up. So it's pretty much the arm's already painted. I'm not going to do any real red detailing on the shoulders. It's just going to be basic green. He's not really going to have any company colors. Because the ones with the red on the shoulder pads are part of the first company. They're more the veterans. Some of the first people to form the chapter. Oh, my nose just got all clogged up. Alright, I think I'm good for now. I just went with a basic bolt pistol, just to really save on points, because you couldn't actually put in the Codex for Space Marines, you have to either choose a power sword or a plasma pistol. So I just went with a bolt pistol. It'll work. I mean, if I ever get a spare, like, Power Fist or something, I might just switch it all out. Put a Power Fist on this arm and then something there. I don't know. Or even Lightning Claw. I don't know. I'll figure it out. It's easy. It's not that hard to take arms off. You just gotta sand the excess glue down, the hardened glue, and put it back on. This arm right here has been on like 3 different models. But for this arm here, I did not have a left arm with a bolt pistol. So this is a bolt pistol off of a right arm. I just cut it off and put it on there. It looks a little weird, but once it's painted up, it'll look fine. But this is actually a scout arm. This arm down here is actually from a scout. I didn't have a proper arm on hand. I'm pretty much low on extra parts. And that's what I came up with. I sort of had to shave it down. It sort of lifts up off of it, but I'm just guessing since he has to lift his arm up a little bit, the shoulder pad shifts a little bit. Makes it look a little more realistic. But you notice all these pockets. I decided to give him sort of like a utility sort of belt. So I took there's three pieces of small single pouches. I just, along the back, there's two pieces and it's like a half circle. Just sort of tucked them down in there. I actually had to take the arms off again to put them on. And I put two large packs on the back just to cover up his ass. It'll make it a little fun to paint. And then I took another one of these and I split it in half. And I put one on each side just to sort of complete the circle. Now I have 3 more of the emblems of purity. I'm going to put them along the shoulder pad. Because normally with units like this, I like to have a lot of emblems of purity, because it just makes them look like they've done a lot. That's actually a nice close-up there. So a very simple scratch build / conversion. I like it. It's very basic. I think he's about 145, somewhere around 140 points. Maybe a little more, maybe less. I still have to do the final calculations. But he is my second HQ choice, because he is a chapter master. This guy, my Terminator sergeant, could have been a chapter master, but he no longer has an iron halo, and he's no longer as viable, because he doesn't have he doesn't have the iron halo on anymore. So he could have been my chapter master, but it wouldn't have worked because I would have been a sergeant missing. Because there's the option to replace the power armor with Terminator armor, Storm Bolter, and Power Sword, or Power Fist. He was really fun to do. I just bought a Combat Squad, $20. A little on the pricey side, but for my needs, it's good. It's pretty good. I'm actually going to name this guy. You want to know what I'm sure you guys already, it's quite obvious of what his name is going to be. His name is going to be Chapter Master Kyle. And maybe some fancy name at the end, I don't know. Maybe the Swamp Shogun or Swamp Shaman, as he looks like a very shamanistic sort of guy. But right now his name is Chapter Master Kyle. He's supposed to be the representation of me, personally. Sort of like what my armor would look like. It looks really nice. I love this guy. He's probably my favorite figure now. Once I get them all, I'm going to get them all painted up by next week. By next Saturday, he will be fully painted. I just want to get this guy painted up because he looks so badass. I still have to grind down, I still have to sand down some parts on the Iron Halo. But, my Chapter Master. Chapter Master. I wanted to do a Chapter Master more for a story standpoint. Since I have a custom army, and the only Chapter Masters that are available that I know of are those for the specific chapters, like Salamanders, Black Templars, Blood Angels, and all those other guys. Oh, it just went out of focus. There we go. Because when I do this, it goes out of focus. I just forced it out of focus. So, I'm going to do another video of him fully painted. He might be painted, he's going to be base coated tomorrow, and he'll have most of it. These guys are easy to paint. Power armor is easy to paint. You just base coat, purple in there, maybe green for this, and some details. Basic, green shoulder pads. Simple, it's all simple. This is Kyle X Pie 665. I'm signing out. I'm about fast time.